Wanted to take the time here today to recognize some of our student accomplishments from the first semester and also take some time to remind our students of things that are important to us as we enter the second semester. First, definitely want to recognize our students and our staff for a great job during the guest speaker. When Tim Berta came a couple weeks ago, was very impressed with our students and their respect towards Tim, as well as the great questions we asked. So just wanted to say thank you so much to our student body for having a great day when we had that guest speaker here, and we look forward to having more. Next, we want to take a time and recognize some of our students for their achievements this first semester. So on these first slides, you will see our cum laude honors for each grade. As you take a look at these slides, reminder that there is cum laude, which is when a student has a GPA of 3.8 to 4.09. There is also a magna cum laude, which is the next level up, and this is when a student has a GPA of 4.1 to 4.39. And then finally, the highest honor is summa cum laude, which is a 4.4 GPA or higher. Students, remember that these are what we are recognizing now at the graduation service. So make sure you're working hard and you can achieve at these different levels. So we're going to take the time now and we're going to go through slides that will recognize our different students at each grade level for these honors. Next, we want to recognize our students. As you all know, we have an attendance focus this year. We believe that the more kids and staff are both here in the building with each other, the higher that we can achieve together and advance as one. So on these next multiple slides, you are going to see all of our students who had an attendance rate for the first semester of 96% to 99.99%. Next slide here. Now we're going to see our students who had a 100% attendance. So perfect attendance for the first semester. Next, we want to recognize our staff members. So these staff members now that you see on the screen had an attendance rate of 96% to 99.99%. And lastly, we want to take the time to recognize our staff who had perfect attendance for the first semester. Great job to all staff and students that we have recognized either for academic purposes or for attendance purposes. Lastly, we wanted to share some information with our students about your attendance, your academic focus this year. So just for information, during the 23-24 school year, so last school year, as a district, we had a 17.8% chronic absenteeism. And chronic absenteeism is when students miss 10% or more of the school year. At the end of the first semester last year, we also had a total of 117 Fs in the quarter for that week alone. So the last week of the semester, we had 117 total Fs in the building. Moving forward to this school year, where we've placed an emphasis on rigor, we've also placed an emphasis on attendance in our classrooms that are all built on the relationships that we already have. So our 17.8% district chronic absenteeism number is down to 12%. With happy to report that the high school is actually lower than the district average. The high school is at 10%. And if you remember those 117 Fs that we mentioned the last week of the first semester, all the way down to 43 total Fs. So great job for our students. You guys are definitely getting it done in the classroom this year. Keep working hard. We know you can achieve great things. We next want to take the time and just send a few reminders to our students about a few topics. So as all of our students and staff have become very comfortable in this new building, make sure we are taking care of it. That means making sure we're taking care of the furniture in the extended learning spaces, make sure we are taking care of the equipment that we do have the ability to use in this beautiful facility, make sure that when you guys are in the lunchroom, you're throwing away your trash. All of those little tiny things definitely are going to go a long way to keep this facility as beautiful as it is. Also, students, reminder, no cell phones in the classrooms. We want to keep that focus on our academics, so please make sure you're keeping those away. And if that means turning it off before you enter the building, that's be a great idea. Also in the lunchroom, a couple changes that we want to just update everybody on. One good update here is the fact that we are going to open up the seating that was initially scheduled for seniors to now be juniors and seniors. We do have some open seats there, so we want to go ahead and allow those two grades to sit there. That'll be a first come, first served basis, so please make sure you're aware of that. Also, unfortunately, though, we are going to be putting a smart pass near the restrooms. We've had some incidents occur there where people are not using that time wisely and appropriately. So you will now have a table with a smart pass before you can enter the restroom. If we can go ahead and curb those incidents, we can get rid of that. But for now, we are moving to a 4-person limit in each restroom. Passes in general. Students, make sure you're both signing out of your classroom with Smart Pass as well as taking that pass with you. It just helps us to ensure the safety of our staff and our students while we're in this building. Students, please watch your language. We've had an uptick in students in the hallways and in the cafeteria demonstrating bad language, so make sure we're watching that, please. And the other thing, too, is students, we've also seen an increase in tardies, both to class and to school. It is very easy and it's a life skill for you to be on time, whether it's for school or for your job. So let's get a good habit of being on time right now. A few reminders as well as attendance. Make sure you have parent notes, medical notes. All of that information needs to get to Mrs. Kidwell so that way your attendance can stay high. And as you're working on your attendance and your academics, remember that you will have your exam exemptions filled in. They are starting right now for the second semester exam exemptions. So a reminder, a few key points there. Talks about your number of use of parent notes, your unexcused absences, your behavior, as well as your grades. Thank you so much, Spartans. We're happy to celebrate some of the success from the first semester, and we look forward to a great second semester.